a
I'll take the bracket.
a half aggressive approach. So what we have here is not Jenkins, Vault versus DJ Soundwave. Two very impressive players. What we see is
We do see a Pac-Man
yeah,
come out.
Soundwave's
Oh, wow.
Pac-Man, which is an impressive player.
That's a very questionable SD from Vault there.
Indeed, it was. He against a player like DJ Soundwave, you really don't want to go down a stock if you don't have to.
I was talking about the Jake. Jake DJ was 3.
So here we have Pac-Man v Vault. Obviously, Pac-Man with the serious advantage of being up a stock and also being having less percent damage here. So what we see is DJ Soundwave playing in his element, trying to keep his setups going, and we see the classic aggressiveness from Vault with his clown.
Very nice DI from DJ Soundwave. DJ Soundwave understanding the position he's in and just pushing his advantage to a 1-3.
Yeah.
This comeback
Commanding.
scene.
He's at a commanding lead. He's coming out very aggressive. He's combining the totality of his skill set here. His ability to set things up, his ability to read his opponent.
That said, he does not kill on cross slash.
He's doing a very good job at just doing the amount of damage he needs to do.
Very nice job on that punish from Vault. Understanding that habit, DJ Soundwave throws out that item. He'll always go in for a fair. That's a habit that has been known. Oh, and can't help Pac-Man's awful grab.
And here we are. We're seeing DJ Soundwave starting to play in his element, just taking it extremely calmly. And applying a lot of easy pressure against. He's almost made the last 10 seconds he made it look somewhat easy against such a great player. Obviously, that can't last.
DJ Soundwave did start off with a huge advantage due to Vault having a very
very strange case of missing stock.
yeah, it's well. I would say it's tactical. It's more for mental advantage.
Yeah, perhaps he's just gotten so good that, and he goes down.
You know what? Can we give him the reward your own worst enemy?
Exactly. Obviously, he's so good at killing that he's taken it to killing himself. However, with
That's
that,
not really how you're going. I feel like that game he was in his own head, and in this next one he's gonna bring it back.
Yeah,
like he's gonna. If he calms down, he breathes it out, he gives us what he gave, what he showed us in the Jenkins matchup. He'll play perfectly fine.
the
winner.
The question is his best version good enough against DJ Soundwave? DJ
We do
Soundwave.
see two character switch ups. We see the Isabel and the Duck Hunt. Do we see a Pocket the Can? Possibly the. Oh, and we get Castle Siege. This seems like an awful map for both these characters.
A very interesting matchup, especially given the two players' playstyles. You see the aggressiveness of Vault does not change with the change in character. He's playing extremely aggressively. However, he's also using the sort of the ability to set up his opponent that Duck Hunt allows versus Cloud's more aggressive and direct playstyle.
I can actually respect this pick from Vault because knowing that DJ Soundwave likes to pick projectile-based characters, Duck Hunt can deal with that ramp in the middle, whereas most of DJ Soundwave's characters not.
We do see that Vault is at a disadvantage.
And his can is pocketed by Isabel, and that down air had such a delayed hitbox.
So
He
Vault
does not
had
convert also.
having some early heavy damage, and with that, the damage is converted into a loss. So Soundwave had a slight advantage, obviously having his stocks, but having some damage of his own that he has to deal with.
Very nice, sneaking that can up to DJ Soundwave.
And
Forward smash is going to kill.
Vault converts and we are at a relatively even match. Both players applying some range damage here. Just trying to fill each other out, being extremely aggressive with that.
You can see that Bolt is trying to develop space so he can start setting up. DJSoundwaves just not giving him that space. It's like what they were trying to do last game. Opposite.
So the question is Bolt going to be better at playing the style that DJSoundwaves is known for than DJSoundwaves? Or is he just going to fall flat here? Or perhaps he'll switch it up. It remains to be seen. So
that can is going to take. He does not convert off that though. I don't think
and some a very impressive but almost expected result given the amount of damage. And again,
back to the reset. Now
both of these players Bolt needs to convert here. He doesn't want to go down 2-0 against a player of the caliber of DJSoundwaves. He doesn't want that to happen. He wants to even this out.
Well, giving himself some pressure so he can recover back to stage. Right now, this is very
good matchup we got going here. Both players just trying to fill each other out, trying to see what advantages. Obviously, both of these players are willing to sort of play off stage.
Both players have very good, characters have very good recovery, so they're going to want to test this. Very nice punish from both.
But very little separation here, so both players are within 20, now within 30.
Very nice conversion from Ball.
That is some beautiful damage being dealt. He's really trying to make up for some questionable takes last round, and we're gonna see how that turns out.
It does hit. It seems that Duck Hunt is still in the realm of never a kill throw. Thank you, Sakura.
So both players obviously aware of
and that can is going to kill the sneaky can.
Here we go. So we are at 1-1. Vault managing to change up his style just a little bit and convert, beating DJSoundwave at a style that he's quite known for here. Really making it his own. Obviously converting his range.
It seems that DJSoundwave is picking Battle for his stage. Oh, we're getting Inkling versus Cloud. We have seen a different character every game.
So Bolt is getting back to this comfort zone with Cloud, and DJSoundwave going to a character that I've seen him win with. He's very good with this character actually.
I'm not sure if DJSoundwave misinputted the jump for the roller. I understand it's extremely weird hitbox input, or if he just didn't expect to land it. Cloud does waste his limit.
We've seen over and over again that the strength of DJSoundwave is his ability to play with range characters or unorthodox characters with sort of delayed results. So he likes to set things up. He likes to make it slow and calmly, while Bolt really thrives in a more aggressive play style. What we see here is pressure being applied. Some very good pressure against Bolt, and he converts it.
That is going to be a kill for DJ Sound.
Indeed. DJSoundwave not
letting that bother him at all, as he's going straight back into it.
Exactly. Meanwhile, Vault trying to equalize this out as quickly as possible because he doesn't want too much damage happening against him. against a player as good as DJSoundwaves, who's also ahead in terms of. And there we go.
Using the bomb to disguise his limit. Very.
So both players are about equal here. They both equalize, and now they're just trying to gain an advantage here. So what we're seeing is both players from out. Obviously, not quite enough damage to kill yet. Although Soundwave is starting to get in that arena. Both players actually starting to come into the arena where it's going to be really dangerous, especially when they start getting on the edges like they are now. Both players are very good at punishing each other for their mistakes, and that's exactly what we see. Vault is punished quite resoundingly by DJSoundwave. Meanwhile, he comes out aggressively as ever to try and equalize as quickly as possible, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. Again, he does not want too much damage being done before he can take the stock away, and obviously DJSoundwave wants to take advantage of being a stock ahead to deal as much damage as possible, saving himself a little work when perhaps not necessarily inevitably, but when he likely loses this stock here.
Very nice.
Extremely good recovery. But it doesn't kill.
Still does not kill.
Does not kill. So Soundwave able to stay in it and deal even more damage while being a stock ahead.
At this rage right now, it is possible that it wouldn't be too early of a kill, but DJSoundwave do.
Well, never mind.
Cloud uses his ultimate kill move. Some would even call it a final smash. Is a dash attack, which is
wow. He's doing damage. He's being aggressive, coming after him. Not afraid. But perhaps he should have been. So DJSoundwave takes that round. He is now up 2-1. This is perhaps the most competitive matchup we've seen in the last several matchups. Both players coming in very close to one another in terms of stocks, in terms of their ability to deal damage, in terms of their ability to punish one another for their mistakes. DJSoundwave currently up 2-1. I would not be surprised if Vault makes an adjustment and comes back, but the possibility that we will see all 5 rounds in this matchup, hopefully, is very good given the skills of both players.
It seems that Vault is taking it to a battlefield. They're just going to any battlefield. Question that Vault asked. Steven having a hard time picking his stage. Wait, do you guys not have Wait, you're playing Lost Painting? I feel like Ring-a-Ding would be much better of Let's see if we can, Oh, I was about to say, is DJSoundwave pulling out a Little Mac?
That would have been something else. So Vault going to back to his comfort zone. Cloud, who despite being perhaps his best character, has had the worst results in this particular matchup. We saw was what was the character?
Is Duck Hunt?
Duck Hunt, yeah. So Duck Hunt was so far the only victory for him in this particular matchup.
I feel like he picked Duck Hunt due to he understood his advantage on Castle Siege. Now that Castle Siege is not an option for him, that maybe Cloud is his best option to deal with.
Perhaps. However, he does have to switch it up if he's gonna beat Soundwave.
It seems that the whole reason for picking this stage was nullified due to them playing on a monitor with no speakers.
That's hilarious.
Both outsmarted by the monitor.
Exactly. Vault coming into some early damage here.
Oh, the short hop does avoid the down, potentially fatal down.
He does avoid that, which would have almost certainly been a very, very bad place to be in. However, Vault, unfazed by that, still applying pressure. He realizes that he's at an advantage here, and he converts that advantage to a kill. He's up with a decent amount of damage. Obviously, that's being increased now as DJSoundwave himself realizes he needs to be aggressive in order to, as quickly as possible, remove the stock advantage that Vault is currently enjoying.
Waiting because he knew DJSoundwave is currently having. He needs to get this kill. Defeat. Vault has a very good chance of actually killing him. But DJSoundwave. One thing I think that both players playing around as what would improve both their gameplay in this matchup would be Inkling's pain. Vault is not punishing, or it seems to not punish him. He is low on ink, one of Inkling's states in the game, and seems that DJSoundwave isn't using all his advantages to charge his ink that he could be.
You have to wonder though, players being as good as they are and understanding the game the way they do, perhaps they're not taking advantage of these weaknesses, because at this level those weaknesses aren't as much a weakness.
I don't know. Inkling does lose a lot from not having ink.
Also true, but in the hands of DJSoundwave, perhaps being overzealous can be punished. Even with a character like Cloud.
Inkling does bring it back.
Oh wow.
48% on the last stock. It is. Vault needs to win this to stay in this tournament. The winner of this will go on to face Jake in Grand Final.
Obviously, everybody wants the opportunity to face Ridley. But who's that gonna be? Here remains to be seen. Both players easily capable, well, not easily, but very capable of pulling this one out. Right now, though, it appears as though Soundwave doing a better job at converting. Just more calmly playing. However,
and that's gonna be okay.
Oh no, not quite yet.
He does not get the on-burrow hitbox of up smash.
So Cloud is in very dangerous territory here. Very dangerous. And with that, it's over.
That is game. DJSoundwave 3-1.
3-1.
He's gonna play.
Very competitive rounds. What we saw was a few mistakes on ball.